with my internet, but we're back now.
Okay, because I was gonna say, would you imagine if like the stream ended after I gave you my hot take, and it's like then you never saw me in a video or stream since?
I will say this though, it is kind of a hard game though, because there were a lot of times where I had trouble like completing a starting level, but it was still a very fun experience.
Question: is anybody else seeing Mark's stream right now?
Let me check. Yes,
I'm seeing it right now.
Okay. And I'm seeing Mark putting in C tier, which is, I don't know. I mean, I still disagree with it, but at least it's not as low as I figured.
I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't vibe with it. Like, I just don't really personally like it.
I just can't believe you just said
that. Hey, Mark, you mind reopening your stream or your window?
Okay. I thought you were gonna say, Mark, would you mind hanging yourself? And I'm like, okay.
No.
I mean, you should do that.
I mean, I'm not that mean. I could be way worse. But
other than now.
All right, now that we're back now. Pardon the interruption.
Okay, but how's my screen? How's my screen, by the way?
Yeah, I can see it now.
It's loading for me.
Actually, I hate it. You need to put Twin Sanity higher.
Yeah, you need to.
Oh
my god, it's basically getting its own world. Okay, here we go.
Yes, do it. Embrace.
Hold up.
Okay, but in the chat, my best friend John said, "All trash. The only perfect game is my beloved Cyberpunk." You are so fucking wrong. I don't care how many years I've known you, John, but you're fucking wrong.
Hey, see, I'm not the one with a controversial opinion.
Yep. We've found some equal ground. But no, now that we're actually back, Twin Sanity is a masterpiece of a game. Except not really, because it's not finished.
It's nearly a masterpiece.
It's close.
It's not a masterpiece.
I want to put it. I truly want to put it at A tier, but I don't feel comfortable putting it below Entranced or Nitro Field, because I think it's a very solid adventure experience. Like, you can go for the gems, or you can just go right through the game. It's a great time. The humor is great, Mark. It is.
Yes, it is.
Like it's not childish. There's some
subjective.
Maybe there's some childish jokes in there, but there's so many adult jokes in there that's really funny. Like the fucking when Crash is skateboarding on Cortex down a mountain, and then they go into the strip club. Like, I didn't know what that fucking meant when I was a kid, but when I was older, I was like, his mom works at a strip club. Oh, snap.
Cortex's mother works at a strip. Yeah, I remember that.
Snap.
Mother thing, Sharon.
What is it, mother? But yeah, the humor is great in that game.
Even if it's childish is not the right word for it. I just think that because it went too much of a humorous approach, and because I didn't really find it all that funny, it's also like affected my enjoyment of the game too.
I guess that's fair, but you're still wrong.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. This game is like, I guess you can kind of say it's like the Deadpool of this series, because it's like, it tries its best to make it like as humorous as possible. But if it doesn't work for you, and humor is super subjective. Like, I'm the type of person that will laugh at good dark humor, but if it's just too goofy for me, I'm not gonna laugh for shits. And it's like, that's the thing. Like, even if childish isn't the right word, I just couldn't bring myself to really enjoy it. And I just think it's a bit too silly. I don't know. It's just not my game. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it's just not a game that I personally like.
Okay. You were me next, Kevin.
I wasn't finished.
Okay, you weren't finished?
No, it didn't finish.
Yeah, we just went on a tangent. It's all good. But before we get to that, John, stop it. Cyberpunk is not a perfect game. It's honestly shit. Move on.
He said something like that? Oh my god. I like that guy too.
I like that guy, but that guy like Cyberpunk. Anyway,
see now my opinion on Twin Sanity is a little more like reasonable.
Okay, but no, Twin Sanity is a solid platformer. Like it's it's not a bad game. It's amazing. Okay, whatever. All right, we're talking about Crash, not Cyberpunk. Okay, so
Yeah,
Cyberpunk's the best Crash game.
Oh, Lord.
Oh god, but
Cyber Bandicoot.
Cyber Bandicoot, I love it. Crash Punk. Anyway. Oh wait, no, that's what Nitro Field did. Okay, never mind. Stop it! We're done! We're done talking about that game! Anyway. Alright. Twin Sanity, awesome platformer. Very funny. Not all of them, but some kick-ass bosses, like Dingodile. I think that Dingodile boss fight...
Fun.
I thought
loved it.
this. I'm gonna stand alone on this, but I think that Dingodile fight is way better than the one in 3.
Actually, you know what? So I'll say
Very
this.
tough, though.
I'll say this. Dingodile is actually the only boss in the game that I actually really liked. Everything else is like, okay.
Boss fight is amazing.
Dude, that Tiki boss fight scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh. Did you look at that thing?
Yeah.
It scared little 10-year-old Kevin. Can I finish your
Well, yeah, you're right. I was fucking like 10.
It didn't scare me. I was just more incapacitated by the boss theme. It sounded so fucking good.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Like, I remember it was so good that
That was just as scary as the boss itself.
It was so good back in middle school for me. We would have like dodgeball matches, and we could play like music on while we're playing.
My God.
I played that theme. Amazing. Everybody was like, "This is like the most epic fucking dodgeball match ever." Fucking throwing dodgeballs. Well,
that's amazing. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't have like cell phones or anything, or like.
I know I had somebody I got okay. My cousin burned illegal music onto CDs. Oh my god, why did I say that on live? Exactly.
Oh my God.
I asked him to burn like Crash Bandicoot soundtracks, and we had a CD player in the gym.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Noah, you're streaming, like, don't you know that shit's...
He's probably in jail anyway, whatever.
Oh my god, poor guy.
But yeah, the biggest thing that holds this game back for me is that when you find out that there's so much cut content from this game, it is literally soul-crushing, because you can never play it.
That is better.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Like, so many things. Like, there was going to be a Crash... in the beginning of the game, there was going to be, like, a narrator talking about Crash's life, and there would have been a remake version of the tiny boss fight from Crash 3. There's a level where you play as Nina trying to get onto the blimp while Engine's attacking the blimp.
Yes.
There's a race, a Komodo Bros race for a crystal. I don't know what that would have controlled like, but that's the thing.
That sounds like the best fucking Crash Bandicoot game
and there's
ever.
a whole dimension missing from the game, which is already a joke in the game. Like, let's show a new... Yeah, two dimensions, but we ran out of time. But, like, when there was a level where you played as evil Crash, and you had to beat the fuck out of good Cortex until he was evil again. Everybody probably knows this one where Cortex goes into Coco's brain.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, there's cut scenes. Yeah, it's kind of a mouthful, but like there's cut scenes, and apparently we were gonna get like 2 Mecha Bandicoot levels. But it just didn't happen. He just shows up in the final boss out of nowhere. Like,
you finally get the evil twins.
Yeah, that's the worst part about the game for me. Like, so much amazing game ideas, but it just didn't happen, and that hurts the most. But I can't take that away from the game because it's not a gameplay problem. It's a more outsider problem.
It was rushed. If it was given more time, then it could have been like better.
Oh yeah, it would have been better.
That's the problem with Wrath of Cortex as well. It didn't have much time to get developed. It was like a year or something.
Even Cortex itself said to the Penguins like, Wrath of Cortex didn't sell as well as we hoped.
Yeah, I like that. But like,
here's still fun as it is, though, for me.
The difference between Wrath of Cortex and Twin Sanity is that Wrath of Cortex feels like a complete game. Twinsanity, you
It
can.
does feel more.
It can feel complete with Twinsanity, but when you know that there's so much cut content in this game, it will taint the experience. Like, there's like 12 or fuck, I don't even remember. There was like
I'm waiting for the what happened episode.
does anybody remember how many crystals you get in Twinsanity? Does anybody remember how many crystals are in Twinsanity? I'm thinking 12, maybe 13.
12.
12.
I want to say 12.
The original. To just to state a fact about this, there was originally going to be all 25 crystals. Let that be a statement of how much content that we lost in this game.
Down.
Sure. Yeah. Rest in peace, all the content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Eli, speaking of like the What Happened series from MMO, so I can just imagine like what the final episode of What Happened will be.
What happened to what happened?
Yeah, exactly. Fuck, you beat me to it.
Yeah, shall we move on to the last game? Or do you still got some?
I didn't say.
Yeah, I already said what I said about this game and how much I really like it a lot.
I thought you didn't.
I did. I did.
I thought Noah didn't catch it, though. I mean, I don't know.
I said the most in terms of the positives.
All right, so I love the soundtrack, as I already mentioned before. It's like the Mount Rushmore of Crash Bandicoot soundtracks. It's on the Mount Rushmore. There with Crash 2, 3, and Wrath of Cortex. And I love the level design, and I love the characters. How this was the first time Lex Lang was Cortex, and he did great.
Yeah.
I love Lang.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I think this was the last time Mel Winkler, is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
This was the last game with the OG Aku Aku voice.
Yeah.
Sad. Very sad.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I love the soundtrack. I love the level design. I liked how it tried something a bit different with the more kind of free roaming thing, while still feeling Crash Bandicoot. Like it still had the crates and the checkpoints, and like how it still had Crash's moveset for the most part, even though Slide Jump was a bit weird. Aku Aku himself kind of got nerfed with like explosives or insta kill now. Even if you have Aku Aku, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And invincibility doesn't like work anymore. Like it's kind of that's kind of crappy. It is also disappointing with all the cut content, but I can look past that. And of course, because the game is unfinished, it has its fair share of glitches, which doesn't really break the game, but it's also kind of odd.
I know it's not 06 level, but still kind of a mess.
I liked getting all the gems. Like I liked. This is like one of those games, one of the very few games where I can actually say I like looking at the bonus stuff that you get for like.
Because a lot of it was the cut content.
Yeah. Like I like the red gem. I like the red gems with all the storyboards, and like the purple gems had all the concept art, and like the blue gems had the boss pictures and all that. That was cool. 100% reward was kind of mediocre though. It was just like a extra video of Crash and Cortex doing a trust fall. That was kind of
I thought that was funny though. It's better than the European version where it's just Crash with a lightsaber. That was exactly what it was.
Like, what a charming game.
Yeah.
And yes, it definitely has a charm to it. Has a great charm to it. And boss fights are great. Some of the best boss fights in the series, in my opinion. And I'm trying to remember. I thought there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, I will say, I'm going only off of like childhood memories with this game because it has been years since I've actually played this. So I'm only going off of my memories of playing this from years ago. So I don't know how well my opinion holds up. Like if I were to play this now, if I would like it as much as I did when I was a kid, or if I would think it was worse than like how I mean, if I think, oh, this isn't as good as I remember or whatever. But for now, I mean, that's kind of why I put it in the A tier because I just don't know if it's as good as I remember it. I mean, I like to believe that it is, though. If it is as good as I remember it, I may actually put it in S tier. But because I'm willing to look past all the flaws with the glitches and the cut content and like the nerfs with invincibility and all that. And yes, soundtrack top notch. I know I'm repeating myself. It's a new take on. It's a slightly new take on Crash, and but it still feels like Crash. Like I think I think it was the best post Naughty Dog game until the remakes came out. Like until the remake era, like this era that started in 2017. It's best in between Naughty Dog. I mean best post Naughty Dog pre-Insane Trilogy Crash game, in my opinion.
So I made a little bit adjustment. Like I'm just thinking about the cut content. It's depressing the fuck out of me. So I feel like I can't put it on S anymore. So I dropped it to A. High A.
I still
Anyway.
have it on A.
I still have it on there. Yeah. But yes,
It's very good.
that's how I feel. Best post Naughty Dog pre-Insane Trilogy Crash game.
Alrighty, we got one more game.
We saved the best for last. Am I right?
We saved the mediocre for last. Ready, set, go.
Yeah, here we go. That's an amazing spot for this thing.
I'm just putting it in the okay. It's actually been years since I played it, so I don't know how I feel about it now. I do remember actually kind of liking it.
Don't you dare.
There's no thing.
Don't you even.
I'm trying to actually thinking about this.
Down like two more.
Played for 2 seconds.
Just two
Played
more.
for two.
Almost there. No.
Played for 2
No.
seconds.
Your mouse is having problems.
Mark, I just noticed that played for 2 seconds row on yours. The played for two seconds row
I think he's like
on yours.
All right.
It's true.
Final answer.
Oh my god.
No, remember when you said that there's
I'm not happy with that. Yeah, right there. No.
Wait.
It's getting it progressively lower.
Fuck.
Come on, down two more. More to go.
Right there. No. Fuck.
Oh my god, no.
I'm trying to think. Damn it.
Okay, no,
I have mixed feelings.
Okay, no. Just answer me this question. Do you think it's a better game than Minority Mutants?
Yes.
I slightly.
So literally, there's like a few spots you could put it up on.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I'm glad I can be of service. Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, like I'll say this: it's a dumb game. It's very dumb.
It's so stupid.
Okay, Noah, are you serious?
All right.
Fuck.
Mark,
No, come on.
This is the hardest one for me.
Mark, you inspired me.
Just put it on shit list.
Oh, fuck.
Play for 5 minutes. Nice.
Just put it like right behind like fucking the DS version of Minority Mutant. Actually, no. Actually, put that. I can't believe you put Crash of Titans over Huge
Noah.
I'm fucking thinking. Fuck.
Okay, just realistic.
There. Final answer. Done. I'm done.
You literally did not even move it. You just put it back to where you had
I know.
it
I
before.
was second guessing myself. I'm like, would I rather play Twins the Titans over the first game?
Okay, so
yeah,
here's the thing. I do have fond memories of Titans. It's a stupid fucking game, and I think I hate it for like the way it butchers half the characters.
Yep.
But remember when you were saying that if you had like a friend to play it with,
Yep.
you know, this was the game that I did have a friend to play it with. I remember because I played it with my friend, and he would play as the second player Crash, and I even called him Cheese Bandicoots.
Apparently, you don't consider him a friend if you make him play this.
I'm actually gonna agree. I played this with a lot of friends.
To be fair, I was like fucking 8? This game was like 2007. I'll do the math.
It was probably 2006, 2007. I think.
Yeah, it was 2007. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me do the math.
Mind Over Mutant was 2008.
Actually, putting like good tier. Like, my God, you guys are giving it way too much credit than it should.
I was okay.
I'll be quiet, Mr. Nitrocart.
I was 10 when I played this game. Okay, I was 10. So, like, I was still a baby.
All right, that's fine.
No, obviously, as time went on, as time went on, like, this game just does not hold it up for me. Like, I think it plays better than a Wrath of Cortex, for instance, but it's still, like, to me, it's just a beat 'em up. You're just blowing fuck out of things. Crash gets dizzy with his fucking spin attack, which is...
it controls horribly.
I don't know if it controls horribly. I still think like I said, I think it plays better than, like, the Wrath of Cortex, for instance, but it's, like...
punching things.
No. It's just not like a proper Crash game. That's like the big problem. And I think it butchers a lot of things that made it special in the first place. I think when it comes, like, I had my problems with the tone of Crash, starting with like Nitro Cards, then to Twinsanity, and then it got really bad with Tag Team Racing. But we got to this game, it was like, yeah, this franchise is like kind of dead. But
it really was during that time.
But yeah, I don't really have a lot of like positives to say, as opposed to just more like, at least it's not like the worst fucking game I've ever played in my life. It's a functioning game. It works, so you can, like, you know, play it, but it's not the worst game ever made. It's definitely not the worst Crash Bandicoot game ever made. Fortunately, I have to say it's far from it. But
I say it's the worst, like, next to like Big Bang Boom.
Oh fuck no, it ain't.
It's better than Purple, and it's better than Mind Over Mutants. Mind Over Mutants is repetitive, and Tag Team Racing is broken.
Yes, I mean, Mind Over Mutants does suck, but it's a slightly better one just because of like the cutscenes and the personality of like Rio.
I disagree, but in some cases, like, regarding like how Wrath of Cortex kind of plays, as I said, I think it does play better than that, but. I have more fun. I think Wrath of Cortex is I think Wrath of Cortex is only slightly better in the sense that at least it's a Crash game. But it's like this game just butchers a lot of things that make Crash great. But
like about how horrendous the character designs are. Like
they are bad. Yeah,
it's decent. Wow. It's a functioning game at best. It's a functioning game. Like, it works.
I don't know if I would go that far, but.
What? Why?
Okay.
I was letting you finish. I was gonna let you finish.
It's a functioning game at best, but it's like
fucking Mike Tyson voice.
It's like, oh my
stupendous.
It's a functioning game at
You're
best.
like
it
awesome.
works, but it's just not a good Crash game. Like, that's my final thoughts. It's like it's a game It's a game I went through like once by myself, twice with a friend, and completely abandoned when I went.
Almost got destroyed because of that game alone.
No, that was Mind Over Mutant.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Mind Over Mutants did more damage, but
the other thing
and the mobile phone games.
Yeah, but I already got my 2 cents. I think it's just whatever. It exists.
All right, who's next?
Thank you, Mark. All right, look. I was just looking to see where Eli put it. Yeah, I thought so.
He's DDoSing us. He's like, I'm gonna see if I can find you guys and just kill you.
I just want to read the room, and Boy, I cannot wait until we do more. This is going to be a series now. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Would you upload this? Would you upload this to YouTube out of curiosity?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh hell yeah!
But
on YouTube.
This is a fucking series right here.
What happened, Kevin? I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, I got cut off. Yeah, I really hope it's on YouTube just to prove that almost all of you are wrong.
No, oh my god, you are. Oh my god, Kevin.
You guys literally the only person that has a slightly better actually a much better.
Bias.
You hear that, Eli? He said that you're slightly a human being.
Well, I'm just going off of my memory with the game, because much like Twinsanity, it's
I'm sorry, Eli's list is way better than you guys' are.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah,
this is me we're talking about here.
He's only saying this because Nitro Card's high.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm not really a negative person most of the time, so I don't really have
Yeah, you're not. That's why I tolerate you.
I don't really have any strong feelings.
You know what? I'll hang out with Noah. My negatives and negatives make a positive, asshole.
Yeah,
but I don't have really strong feelings of, oh man, I hate this game or whatever. It's just,
No, trust me. Eli, you and I are complete opposites with The Last of Us Part 2 alone.
Oh, well.
Don't even get me fucking started on that game.
No, I fucking love it. Noah, you're becoming my favorite. You're becoming my favorite person already.
Fucking god, I hate that fucking game. Anyway,
yeah.
Another list. But
wait, which game?
Last
The
of
Last
Us
of
2.
Us Part 2.
Oh god, put it away.
And this is why we're friends. Fuck you, Naughty Dog. The one black spot in your career.
Yeah, Game Awards, Game of the Year, Last of Us 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
nope.
So
we're fucking done talking about that. Let's go back to Crash.
Let's move on to better things. Yes, Crash at a Time is better.
So, I just want to first state that I love that this is going to be a series now because I have radically different opinions than anybody on the planet. So it's fun.
Yeah, it's wrong.
My favorite part about this is waiting and seeing if people realize this game is there or that game is there. My god. Don't even fucking get me started on Sonic. That's probably going to be next, but next time.
I cannot wait for Sonic.
Oh yeah, next time, as in next day. But yeah,
I'm not going to have much to say on Sonic, to be honest, because I only played 3 or 4 Sonic games.
I see how it is. But
well, okay, maybe 5.
Should we do characters also for Crash or Crash Bandicoot? But because we're doing characters for
another time. But
yeah, I know another time. But I'm just saying either.
Yeah. The sky's the limit when it comes to this kind of stuff. But back to Titans. Back to Titans. Mark. I wish. But Titans. I'm gonna go back to what Mark said. I agree with almost everything he just said. But
that's a big ass play.
Yeah. I find it an enjoyable gameplay experience. It's not a good story. I agree with Kevin, the character designs are awful. I actually think they did a much better job with them in Mind Over Mutant.
Mind Over Mutant's a piece of shit, but at least it's a slightly better piece of shit.
Not gameplay-wise, I would disagree, but
I was gonna say, it's not.
I guess
gameplay's just as bad as that one.
Well, okay, so I guess
because I never played Mind Over Mutant.
I guess Mind Over Mutant and Titans is more of a, do you want an open world experience or do you want a more arcade beat 'em up experience? When it comes to beat 'em ups, I would tend to go for the arcade experience. You just get to point A to point B, boom, you're in another level.
It all depends on how they handle it.
Exactly. But this is all from when I was a kid. I actually thought the mutants were fucking cool. But that was just little me being impressed by monsters with sharp claws and they look badass and stuff.
Monsters with sharp claws.
Yeah, I'm big into sharp claws, but yeah. Honestly, I agree. It is not a good Crash game. I agree. The story is awful. The character designs are awful. But as a game, especially with co-op, it is a lot of fun. there's not a lot I can put into it. Like, I just really, really like how fun the game is. I do like jacking the mutants.
I heard jacking.
Yeah, I jack those mutants hard. But I like how tiny is Mike Tyson.
Oh, wait, Kevin, you know that's
I'm getting my points for you now.
Wait, Kevin, can I say this? You know that's what the actual that's what the actual mechanic is called, right? Jacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just pulling away.
But that last one was a lie. I just wanted to give Kevin a reaction. But oh god,
Don't like that again. Scare the shit out of me.
we haven't gotten to the Sonic list yet. Man. We haven't gotten to the Sonic list yet.
I'm really about to murder
my first but yeah, there's really not much I can say. It's a game that I would love to experience every now and then with a friend. But as a Crash Bandicoot game, it's a failure. I think it's a good game, so I'm putting it at good.
Okay, so me or you next, Kevin?
Yeah, no, I already said my piece. It's literally the worst fucking console Crash game I've ever played and seen and heard. Basically,
like, you mean for like Crash or just in general?
In general, like Crash and in general. Okay. It's that bad.
Well, once again, like Twinsanity, I'm only going off of memory of playing this game when I was a kid. And I actually did kind of enjoy it gameplay-wise. I didn't really pay much attention to the story all that much. Thinking about it now, yeah, it was kind of bad in pretty much everything else but gameplay. I don't think all of the designs for the characters are bad. I actually kind of like Crash's design. And
yeah,
why does he have tattoos?
I'm gonna be honest. That's just a little kid me being like, tattoos are cool.
Yeah, but like in certain people, yes.
I mean, why does he I like how that's his main criticism. Why does he have tattoos? I just find his voice a little annoying. I just find his voice annoying.
Yeah, the point I would make, just to wrap up, I'm sorry, Eli, but like, I just want to point out, so a lot of people were, when this game came out, is like, oh my god, it ruined my childhood. I want to call those guys fucking babies. Like, just because this game exists doesn't mean the games before it didn't. Sorry, that's just a personal thing that pissed me off. Go ahead.
Titans Go.
That pissed me off. That ruined my childhood.
So, with the character designs, yeah, they're kind of hit or miss, mostly misses. I do like Crash's design, actually. I don't mind the tattoos; they're fine, and he's at least expressive, like with his like facial animations and everything. Which, yeah, that's fine. But like Coco, didn't really like her design. Aku Aku looks a little too much like a baboon. But even so, his design's fine. His design is at least better than Uka Uka. That is the worst design for Uka Uka I think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I don't like Uka Uka's design.
I mean, that's the only design that doesn't look like Uka Uka.
And Cortex was okay. Like,
I think the only one that actually remotely looks slightly better is Engine. Looks like he's like close to his like.
It looks like Engine if he was a Smurf.
Smurf?
I'm just saying that because they made him really blue for some reason.
Engine's fine. Crunch was fine for what little we get to see of him.
Nick sucker.
Yeah, he's only like at the very beginning and the very end of the game. So yeah, a lot of good he's in the game.
Kevin sounds so dead inside.
I'm just like, I can't believe that there's like actual positivities about this game.
Yeah, it's called having fun, Kevin. Don't you like to have fun?
I am having fun. And then you bring like
can't you
Crash of the Titans?
Can't you tell the sound of my voice how much fun I'm having? You fucking asshole!
I'm having fun.
I love how genuine that sounded, even though you weren't being genuine.
Muna's design was fine. I mean, I definitely like Twinsanity. the design more, but hers was okay. Chinese, yeah, he looks absolutely nothing like how he used to look, and he sounds absolutely nothing like he used to sound. That's a big fat failure on that. Who else?
Show give.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
No, the one where he does the DX chop.
So I like the designs of some of the monsters, though. I actually think, like some of the Titans. Like, I actually think those kind of look cool, and I like how you can wear skins that like make it easier for you to take them down. So that's kind of neat.
Oh Jesus!
Gameplay wise, I think it's fine. It's just everything else about it is just pretty mediocre. It's like the character designs are mostly kind of bleh, and the dialogue is terrible. The story, just don't care about it.
Yeah.
Really.
The
Like,
dialogue is a whole other story. And ironically,
the worst dialogue. I hate that dialogue.
Ironically, we say that Brio kind of saves Mind Over Mutants, but I would kind of argue that Engine. I would argue that Engine kind of saved this one.
Only one line saved it for me. He just
Pancake.
looks at Crash. You don't even look like a Bandicoot. That cracked me up.
Oh. All right, good. I thought it was, I was afraid it was going to be pancakes because it was.
Let's just dance, baby.
Pancakes. Pancakes.
Pancakes did save it for me.
Pancakes.
Fuck.
Pancakes.
Yeah. Like, gameplay
I heard that talk with
I probably
passion.
enjoyed it if it was still. I probably enjoy it gameplay wise fine if I played it again, but just everything else is pretty mediocre, so that's why I just put it in okay. And
Way too much.
it's nice that it has a co-op.
You gave Nitro Card too much credit.
Yeah, I agree
It's
with that.
actually fun and enjoyable.
No, it ain't.
Sure it is. Kevin, go,
All right.
do the Velo trials and get platinum relics, and then we'll talk.
About this,
right.
and I already
Let's make this interesting. I want everybody to look. I want everybody to look at each other's list. I want you to pick one game that you disagree with the placement. Just one. Which one do you feel the strongest towards? For each one, each person. Let's go.
Crash of Titans.
Kevin, I will say.
I think Eli's is fine. I don't have any problem with Eli's list actually. Let's see, Keebler chips.
Eli
That's a whole lot.
Eli makes sense the most.
Kevin, I think I get the thing is Eli has Nitro Card high, but he has reasonably high. With Kevin, it's it's above Twin Sanity, Crash 4, and the 3 and 2, and then Huge Adventure. And I'm like, what the fuck are you smoking? And can I have some?
Sure, why not? Go ahead.
I think I already said I don't.
The humor.
I don't think again. I never said Twin Sanity was a bad game. It's just not my game. So if it's ranked high on your guys' list, I don't really care. That's cool with you. So that's why I don't. That's why I don't have any problem with Eli's list. Eli doesn't. I think they're all reasonable.
To be perfectly fair, I can give you some slightly better credit because at least you don't have fucking Crash of Titans over Huge Adventure like Noah here.
I was about to say.
But Noah has fucking. Noah has fucking purple pretty high, so that's
that's fucking weird too. But...
Let me put it this way. I was gonna say NitroCore for Kevin, but the fact that all of you have fucking Huge Adventure so high, that pisses me off.
Huge Adventure isn't even that bad. What the fuck are you talking
awful.
About?
No, it's not.
That's really not. You're purple. Crash Bandicoot purple's awful.
It's way better.
No, it is not.
Really
Purple's got Spyro, damn it! You can't say that!
Oh my god. See the thing with Eli's is that I think he's reasonable with his list. I get his perspective on Crash 2 Vanilla. Insane
Right.
Trilogy is really good. Nitro Field's really good. Crash 3, Crash Team Racing, Crash 4 is pretty good. Twin Sanity, like y'all love it. That's fine. Like I don't think it's a bad game. Wrath of Cortex is reasonable. Crash 1's reasonable. Crash Bash, Huge Adventure. I'd say Crash Huge Adventure is a little too low in my opinion, but like there's like not a whole lot like something I would say like, oh my god, you're so incorrect, and I'm going to use my 5,000 IQ level genius thing to tell you why you're fucking wrong. It's not like yeah, like they're like I don't put I wouldn't put Nitro Card that high, and I would put Huge Adventure a little higher, but I see it's pretty reasonable. It's pretty reasonable.
I think the reason why I have Crash Bash as high as I do is because I have so much fun playing multiplayer with you guys.
Yeah,
that's
If
fun.
it wasn't for that, I'd probably put Crash Bash.
If I judge Bash as a multiplayer game, it would be S tier, but I judge it for like the whole package. Like I played a lot of single player, and it's not the most fun thing to do.
No, your list is just weird.
Yeah, you want to know what?
I think Noah's has the most fucked up one.
Oh, I will admit I have the most fucked up one. What Mark's trying to say is Eli is very standard, neutral, fine. Kevin's Kevin's got a few. What the fuck?
Yeah, and Kevin, like you, at least like with Bash, I can understand.
Look at this.
And then fucking.
I can understand Bash being S tier. Like I can understand Bash being S tier. You cannot convince me that Nitro Card's great. Nitro Card's like doo doo at worst, and like it exists at best.
The only thing I'd probably say with Kevin's would be like with OG Crash 2 and 3, I'd be like, that's not good enough.
Yeah, okay, that's another one. But I'm supposed to pick one game, so Nitro Card is my game.
I mean,
but just to finish what I was gonna say about Mark's view on everything, he turns to my list and he's like, "Jesus Christ, there's not enough time in the day."
Pretty much. I'm pretty sure. I think everybody's like I think everybody's like biggest problem with mine is probably obviously gonna be Twin Sanity. Really.
I have a problem with all of you having Huge Adventure so high, but other than that, it would probably be Twin Sanity.
I have a problem with all of you having Clash of the Titans like up as they are.
Damn.
You just need to have fun.
all I said was that the gameplay was.
I know,
fine.
I do have fun. I have fun playing. Let's say I have fun playing.
From what I can remember of it, I had fun with the gameplay, but it's just everything else was pretty crap.
Oh my god!
I have fun with Twin Sanity and Crash 4.
I have fun with Nitro Field, Crash 3, Crash 2, Insane, Crash Team Racing. Not Crash 4, not Crash 4 sometimes, but not all the time. Crash Huge Adventure and Crash 2 Entrance, and then that's about it.
I think Crash Bandicoot 4 is the best Crash game, but even though your guys' problems with it, I just flat out ignore because it doesn't get me anything. But I understand why you guys put it at A instead of S. But like,
you want a trophy or something?
Fucking Nitro Kart, really, Kevin?
Yes, really.
And Nitro. Yeah.
I put Nitro Kart in gold because I completely admit that it does control it actually does control pretty crappy compared to CTR and.
Yeah.
Oh no, it does. Yes, I'm not denying that.
I will say that Eli's Nitro Kart is way too high as well, but like Mark said, it's more reasonable.
Yeah.
A tier,
I will fully admit that Nitro Kart controls like butt compared to CTR and Nitro Fuel. So.
Yeah.
I just say comparison. You don't even need to make the comparison to know that it controls like butt.
Yeah. I think you could even tell in watching gameplay, you could probably tell that it doesn't control as good.
You can. You really can. It really doesn't look right.
No, it's too wonky.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this therapy session sucked.
Oh yeah. We do have agreements though on things.
Come back next week where we discuss couples therapy.
Come back next time where we burn
Where we
each other
talk-
at the stake over our Sonic opinions.
Okay, so next
Either
time.
Sonic or Mortal Kombat games or Crash characters. I don't know what we're
Yeah,
doing.
which like we should decide like what are we going to do next, Sonic or Mortal Kombat?
I think you guys would want Sonic just to see what my fucking thing
Oh
looks
yeah,
like.
you're right. I really want
Oh
to
my
see
god, I'm so scared already.
Well, I probably
I
want Mortal Kombat because I'm like a bit more. I feel like I'm a bit more experienced with that over Sonic. To be honest,
if you want, we can do like one with the three of us with Mortal Kombat, and then we can have one with just like you, me, like wait, what? My math is wrong.
What the
The
fuck?
four of us with Mortal Kombat, and then the three of us with Sonic or something.
That's fair.
because to be honest, okay, I'm trying to name all the Sonic games I played. I think it's Heroes, Forces, Mania, 3D Blast, Sonic 1, probably Sonic 2.
You need to expand your horizons, man.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
agree.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I also played Sonic Shuffle a bit. but-
I have played a few Sonic games. One of those games is 3D Blast. Fuck, you need to expand your horizons.
I actually didn't. From
It's
what I
funny.
remember, 3D Blast, I didn't really mind it all that much, but that's
You know,
all.
it's funny because you literally said like I can expand, I need to expand on my horizons. Well, I did play Sonic Shuffle. Okay, don't expand it that much.
Yeah, it's way too much, man.
I don't know,
But
maybe.
Heroes would. Spoiler alert: Heroes would probably be at the top.
Oh yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Sonic Heroes.
But
Well,
I don't know. Maybe we can get a
maybe I'll still
TMG John.
Maybe I'll still take part in it anyway. I don't know.
Or maybe.
I mean, there would be like a bunch
You
of.
can
games
be
that we
like,
never
which
played
one do
together.
I want to play or something.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, anyway, this sucked.
yeah.
Yeah.
This sucks. Your list sucks.
It sucks, but I'm happy this is a thing now.
Yes. We
Anyway,
should do this more often.
yeah, we
This is
definitely
fun.
are now. Buckle up, guys. We're in this for the long haul.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a fucking what a series it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
All
I'm
right.
exhausted from all the fucking failure of
Yeah.
bots around here.
We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Bye, sluts.
Bye.